Hi, lovelies. I'm Queen Lovely. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, welcome. So, I am not on camera for this video. I just gave y'all an on camera video talking about Ice Spice's new song, Fat Butt, and how I feel like Nicki Minaj plays into what's currently unfolding with, speculation that Ice Spice is taunting Nicki Minaj by clearly, jacking her style and cadence with her delivery of music and her physical appearance in her latest video. So y'all go check that out. As I was, just going through my morning routine of making breakfast and coffee, I seen that Cardi B had went live wee hours in the morning. I'm gonna pause right here and let that live video play. It's only about 3 minutes and some change, and then I'm gonna come back with commentary. After I am done with my commentary, I will go into a synastry reading using my intuitive astrological knowledge to better, explain and contextualize my opinions, views, and thoughts on Cardi B and Offset's current state of their marriage and family dynamic. And then we're going to get on out of here, okay? So happy Sunday. I hope you all had a great weekend. There is a heat advisory in several parts of the country as we head into summer because we just had the summer solstice and the full strawberry moon. And did any of y'all get a chance to see the moon? It was so beautiful. I seen it Friday. It's so interesting. I've been spending a lot of time in my bedroom, and I really like to spend time in my pink room, my creative room, where y'all see I record, because that's like where my flat screen TV is and my pink couch. But in the summertime, the sun shines in and it just be way too hot. I am hoping, if God wills it, to get a cooling system in there so I could go back to spending more time in there. Summer just has never really been my jig, it really isn't. I'm born on Thanksgiving Day, and the heat has always exhausted me. I have to be very intentional and just hyper vigilant on staying up to par on my self-care when it comes to water intake and taking vitamins, because that, in tandem with me working with people's energy and stuff, it just gets very exhausting real quick. And for anyone this level of heat, 95 and up, over 100, it could be exhausting, it's dangerous. So make sure you are staying cool. Make sure you are checking on your loved ones, friends, families, and associates that are of a vulnerable population. And I hope you all have a great summer, because it is that time. The kids is out of school. Some of y'all may work in the school system, so you may be off for the summer. And yeah, just have a good time, stay safe, keep it light. And be sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure you comment below and let me know what you think about today's video. And of course, if you would like to book your own spiritual advising session or your own astrological interpretation, my booking link is pinned in the comments as well as pinned in the description box. So I'm going to share my screen now, and we're going to look at this live video, and then I'm going to come back with my thoughts, okay?
Anyways, so I told people to stop playing with me, but y'all, you want to keep fucking playing with me. It's so annoying when, I think because I'm ghetto or because I'm emotional, people they like to gaslight me and they think that they can manipulate my fucking brain. But little do you fucking know, I'm very understandable. I'm very understandable. And when I have it to hear, that's when I'll go on live. Because if you don't if you think that you're gonna gaslight me with your bullshit, that's when I'm gonna go public so you could understand me a little bit better. It's bad enough you don't hold your own accountable, but what you're not going to do is try to act like I need to be accountable, especially when it comes to my fucking kids. I did not grow up like a dog, okay? I grew up with a very huge family, mom and dad, and every part of my family, every aunt, every uncles, every grandparent. So I will not accept nothing less for my kids. So what you're not going to do is manipulate me when I put my guards up for my kids. You don't gotta fucking like me, but you're going to respect my kids. And if you're not going to love my kids properly, don't fucking look for them, or don't fucking speak on them. I could say, my baby father, he's a great dad. I'll give it to him. But anybody else, don't fucking play with my kids. Now, I'm being nice. I'm being fucking nice until people stop talking to me like I'm easy to manipulate or easy to gaslight, and take accountability every fucking time that I feel like I'm getting gaslighted or manipulated. I'm going to come in on here and show you. If you don't understand in private, then I'm gonna make you understand publicly. Okay? I'm nice when I want to be fucking nice, but I'm when I have it up to here, everybody that knows me knows my Libra moon. And I don't give a fuck who's hurt. I don't give a fuck who's mad. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to protect myself and my children. Mine. And no, I don't want to come here. This is not for publicity or nothing like that. It's just sometimes people think because I'm ghetto, they think they can manipulate me privately. And it's like, all right, you don't want to understand. You don't want to understand where I'm coming from. So I'm gonna make you understand it publicly. Cause that's the only shit that shake your shit. So I'm gonna shake your shit.
Okay, honey. So that's what Miss Cardi B, Miss Belcalis had to say. So this is just my opinion because um it was like cryptic messages. She didn't make it clear who she was talking to. This story actually came across my algorithm by way of this YouTube channel. I think it's like the Messy Sweet Spot, formerly known as Gossip Girl, formerly known as somebody else. I think it's that trans female vlogger that has changed her name like several different times and whatnot. I remember her from back in like, you know, the second leg of Black YouTube. I always say like the first leg of Black YouTube is like Kingsley, Hot Damn Rack, Jerry Levine, and even Funky Dineva. You could kind of throw him in there. And then like the second leg is like the Messy Miles, the Scorpion Show, Miss PTV, Justin J, Scotty by Nature, Spill It Boy TV, Alexander Rogers. And then I feel like the third leg is like the Armand Wiggins, Tasha K, and Storm Monroe and whatnot. So she was in that leg, actually, that Armand Wiggins, like when that Star Marie stuff started, you know, drumming up back in 2018 and stuff. But she had posted a video basically saying that Cardi B was going off on Offset's mother. Okay. And let me tell you something that's very interesting. When I was interning for the Breakfast Club, I met Offset's mother because he came up there once. And I don't know who has it won, either her or Attorney General Letitia James. Strong, firm, like the firmest and strongest handshake that I have ever had. The strongest and firmest handshake that I have ever had from each of them. I still can't remember whose handshake was more strong and firm. But yeah, I remember taking her to the bathroom because I was a production assistant intern. And she was a very nice, warm, like nurturing energy. She asked me if I was in school. She was like, "Oh, that's so cool that you get to go to school and then you have a paid internship here so you like can handle your other expenses." She asked like if I was dorming and living on campus. She was like, "That's good. I love to see it." She's like, "You don't have no kids, right?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Yes, stay in school. Like I love to see young Black women." Very positive, like very, very positive, very well polished and put together. It's not no like NBA young boy's mother or like a blue faced mother. A very polished and well put together woman. And the reason why I'm putting an emphasis on that encounter I had with her and that energy I picked up from her, because a lot of people in the comment sections of Hollywood Unlocked, because they posted this live as well as the Messy Sweet Spot and on Twitter, are saying Offset's family does not like Cardi B. Now, I don't know that for sure because I don't know those people and I haven't seen anything directly where anybody from his family has come out and said that. But let's go back in the time machine. Remember when Cardi B and Offset first got together? I don't even know if Culture was born yet. This could have been before Invasion of Privacy, and Offset's father mistakenly thought he was sending a private message, but by mistake he ended up posting it to like a message board or Facebook, and he said that Cardi being Offset, matter of fact, I'm gonna pause this. Let me see if I, baby, I done found that post. I just love my neurodivergent memory. Like I remember any and everything. This was from December of 2018. Okay. Offset's father calls out Cardi B in lengthy post defending son. Okay. And I really think I could have sworn that this was not meant to be like posted to Facebook. I feel like he thought he was talking to someone else and he posted it to the board by mistake. And I believe it because this is an older man, and my mom used to do this shit all the time. She would think that she was sending a private message and she would write it as a status. And I'll be like, girl, you done got a bunch of shit popping off to the social media right now. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, right now, my family is going through a tumultuous time. He wrote in the group for the brothers of C, Alpha Phi Alpha, and Alpha Kappa Alpha fraternities. What you see in the media is only the tip of the iceberg. Social media is a powerful tool, but certainly no place for family situations. However, our youth, specifically my son's wife, doesn't understand that. She seems to want to take everything to social media without regard to the devastation it has on others, past, present, and future, or specifically what it does to the other children. Now, mind you, this was in 2018, 6 years ago. In December, this will be 6 years ago that this post was made. And this was in the very early origins of her relationship with Offset. So if there is energy brewing, because Cardi B did not make it clear, but I think when you say things like, my kids has an abundance of love from my family on both sides, and I come from a two-parent household, you damn sure talking about family. You're bigging up your family, so who would that be in opposition to? Many people are inferring that she's talking about Offset's family. Okay, so he goes, while Offset's father admits that his son has done his fair share of dirt and isn't innocent in the recent divorce situation, he says the whole scenario is a never ending drama session, and he is not lying. He also calls out Cardi for posting a picture of baby Culture out of spite, going against the wishes of Offset and the family, because Offset was going to reveal the picture of Culture for his wannabe 444 fake ass Jay-Z moment. I remember this shit, and I was on Cardi B side with that. He took a picture, did a family photo shoot with all his kids for his album cover, and you knew you and Cardi B wasn't on good terms, so she put that picture out first to spite you, because it was like, you're not about to use the baby girl that I carried for 10 months and pushed out of my womb to push your album, as if you're this wannabe, family man, and you done righted your wrongs when you're still shitting on me. So I was on Cardi B side back then with that. He said it's a tick for tack mudslinging situation fueled by jealousy, envy, insecurities, psychological issues. It's not funny. That's not funny, but baby, listen, drugs, etc., etc., etc. He continued, while he ain't perfect, he is mine. And as a parent, I have a duty to protect him. Right now, I cannot do that. Okay. We are talking about a 25-year-old with an unlimited supply of money, women chasing him, people at his disposal. Offset's father continued, for the record, Offset is 27. My whole family is in an uproar right now and I can't fix it. I would not wish this on anyone. I would give anything to go back to simply being a school teacher and coach. Okay. So yeah, so this it was a lot. I'll leave it on the screen. I'll leave it on the screen if y'all want to continue or y'all see. But this was from 2018 and I remember that. So this has been brewing for a minute. I don't think that, like, I'm sorry, Cardi B, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, mama, but a lot of parents, if their son brought you home, they would perceive you to be trash. They would perceive you to be trash because to be a mom and to be a wife, you don't carry yourself in a certain way. But I also have to look at Offset's parents because that's who your son laid down with and had not one, not two, but allegedly three kids, with the third one supposedly on the way. That's who your son chose to merge his information with on paper in a legal sense and get married. That's who your son chose. So always remember, we may not be everything we attract, but we are definitely have something within us that magnifies what we attract and allow to stick. There's clearly something within us that has that magnetic connection to invite those themes into our life, such as toxicity. So, and I will be honest, it also gives, mama protecting her ain't-ish son. I don't think Offset is a bad person, but the reality of the situation is you took an oath before God to be, in matrimony, and you have not been monogamous and you continue to disrespect those vows. And then on top of that, you keep getting Cardi B pregnant, and, or as I should say, Cardi B keeps allowing herself to get pregnant by you. At this point, this is back in 2018, but at this point, y'all both equally wrong. Y'all are both equally wrong. And he says, the father said exactly what I've said in the past. Y'all have all of these resources, but you refuse to take them and do something constructive with it. Okay, so now jump ahead and let's go back to that live video that Cardi B just did. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if she feels like maybe Offset's family is enabling his behavior. It sounds like a narcissist is in a relationship with a narcissist. It does. It sounds like a narcissist is in a relationship with a narcissist. And I'm gonna just say this, Cardi B, if you don't voluntarily leave Offset soon, the universe is gonna remove something or threaten to remove something from your life that is of value and substance and a priority to your everyday being. And it's gonna force you to have to choose between that possible removal or that definite removal of Offset, in the sense of y'all sharing the same home and still, being married and whatnot. So if I was you, I feel like you're getting fed up and you're building the strength to leave. But yeah, it's just very unfortunate because if you are pregnant with your third child, he was just accused of getting a mistress pregnant, and then there was proof allegedly that he sent $15,000 to have her terminate the pregnancy. Like, that's just a lot. That's a lot. And this is how transgenerational trauma works, because your child, if you are pregnant, that's currently baking in your belly, is marinating in all of this drama that you're constantly observing and most of the time absorbing. I don't even know why you, like, I know you said you come down to the internet because you feel gaslit, but it kind of reminds me of like that Evelyn Lozada and Iyanla Van Zant stuff. When Evelyn Lozada had gotten head butted and had that DV issue with Ocho Cinco, and she went on Fix My Life, and Iyanla Van Zant told her straight up, you're assaulting and abusing women on reality television. You called that energy into your life. You didn't deserve to be headbutted and beat on by a man or anyone. But all you did was get the energy back in a different variation that you was given to several women over a course of several years. A lot of y'all be like, y'all get off on drama and you claim you don't. It's like you get so used to lying to yourself. I'm not about that drama. I'm just a mom. I'm just this and that. But then everything in your life revolves around drama. And the fact that Offset's father had that mouthful to say about 6 years ago, and it's still the same cycle over and over again with one kid added and possibly a third on the way, that's, I don't know. I don't know. That's just very interesting to me. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to start with Offset's chart for the astrology portion of this video. And yeah. So something that stood out to me, because I don't think I've ever spent too much time observing Offset's chart. He has a sun square moon. So Cardi B has her Libra sun in opposition to her Aries moon. And Offset has his Sagittarius sun squaring his Pisces moon. And that's very interesting to me because I wonder if Offset deals with substances allegedly, because Sagittarius dealing with excessiveness, Pisces dealing with escapism and substances, and then that moon, I just find that to be very interesting, possibly. Now, something that I think is really cool about Offset's chart that stands out to me is he has two master numbers in Sagittarius. He has the sun at the 22nd degree in Sagittarius. That's the goat Capricorn degree. And this can speak to it taking him quite some time before he really comes into his own as a public figure. But I also will say, after his first Saturn return, in my opinion, we should have kind of seen something there to an extent. um and then he has his Mars at the 11th degree, which is another master number in Sagittarius, and this speaks to his passions and just how he may approach things when he gets angry. And yeah, he has his North Node in Capricorn at the 10th degree. And this is that karma right here, along with that Chiron in Leo. Offset really would have been better off not tying himself down and being a family man in his lifetime. And it's crazy because I don't know not one, and I'm not saying there aren't, but I know a few Capricorn North Node men, and a lot of them do be having two or more kids amongst two or more women. And that's because with Cancer being on the South Node and being indicative of their past life, and Capricorn being on the North Node, these are typically people that do come into this lifetime being a bit more focused on the material, but still craving that familiarity in that home to come home to after being out there in that material world. And the best thing, in my opinion, to do when you have Capricorn in the North Node is really get your ducks in a row and establish yourself in the material 3D world before even thinking about a family. Because I also find when people have Cancer on the South Node and Capricorn on the North Node, and it's like they're trying to juggle their career ambitions with their family, desires and wants, without really having solidified their career ambitions, it can be a short-lived high, which kind of makes sense because Offset really just, and none of them have really been the same since the Migos broke up. And I just feel like once Takeoff died, that was that. Like, Offset had a little moment with his album, but that shit came and went. Ain't nobody asking about the next Offset song, respectfully. Um, so yeah, that's interesting. I will say transiting Saturn is currently conjunct his moon in Pisces, and it's about to start retrograding. There's definitely going to be some things coming out, because if we go over the Cardi B's chart, the North Node is currently conjunct her moon. So they both have transits brushing up against their moon, which deals with their private life and their home life and what's going on behind the scenes, especially with family, because the moon deals with family. And it's Cancer season, so their moon is being like heavily afflicted and activated during Cancer season, which naturally governed by the moon. I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi B has a blow up. Honestly, I would not be surprised if Cardi B has a blow up, especially with her Mars being in Cancer natally and the sun currently being in the sign of her Mars along with a bunch of other planets. She's going to be talking her shit, and like I said, cuz Jupiter will be in Gemini for the next year, the closer it gets to conjuncting her south node in Gemini, which is where that, constantly coming down to the internet and trying to control the narrative and bullying people and trying to dictate what people say about her, she's probably going to be on that kick too. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, because if she is pregnant, I mean, I don't even know why you're on the internet, but Cardi B. And it's interesting because with her Jupiter being in Libra and that being associated with the husband, I would not be surprised if by the end of this year, when this transit with Libra on the South Node, which deals with detachment, closes out, there's some type of big finale, or there's a climax to this energy that's been building between Offset and Cardi B for quite some time in the media. I mean, sometimes we'll, see them going through stuff and then they make up and then they get to arguing and we ignore them because we're like, it's kind of like the boy crying wolf. But I think her Cardi B likes to provoke people. And I would, and this is where the narcissistic stuff comes in, because I think that's what she's trying to say. I think Offset and maybe even possibly his family are doing things like she said to gaslight her, trying to make it to where it's more of her fault and responsibility to repair the family dynamic and the marriage than Offset, even though he's the one that's constantly stepping out per the knowledge that we have access to. And I feel like she'll come down to the internet because it's like threatening. Like the father is part of, Alpha Kappa Alpha. Like I said, his mother, when I met her and experienced her, she just seemed like a well put together woman. Even the mother of his other child that was rapping at one point, but then she kind of disappeared because allegedly Cardi B was blackballing her and making it. Actually, Cardi B and Offset allegedly was blackballing the mother of his other daughter and making it hard for her to get her, music career off the ground. Allegedly, that's also some tea for back in 2018. Lovely T actually covered that. I don't know if she put that video on private, but Lovely T actually was the one that covered that. I guess that was before her and Cardi B became good girlfriends. And I just think Cardi B does that because she sees that the family prefers to possibly stay out the way. And when she says, I'm going to keep coming down to the internet, I don't know why I'm getting, and this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, this energy of like, yeah, I'll have all this shit on Front Street. I don't care, but you do. That's that type of energy that I'm just getting from her when she does that. But yeah, the listen, when we get to Libra season, it's gonna be some fireworks. It's definitely going like it's gonna be fireworks probably before that. But when we get into that last quarter of 2024, like when we start getting into fall, it's definitely gonna be some ish popping off. Now, this is what I will say. With Cardi B being a 24-degree Sagittarius North Node, and Offset having his son at the 22nd degree, this was a karmic interaction where she was meant to play a part in increasing his star power, and even inflating his ego to an extent, because the sun deals with the ego. Because remember, the Migos were the Migos, but Cardi B was the bigger act. And once she got with Offset, that kind of started to eclipse Offset. Quavo at the time was doing all those features, so people was calling him the Beyonce. Takeoff's always been, real chill in the background. And then, the Migos were the Migos as the group. I don't think they were supposed to really have children. I mean, God makes no mistakes, but I think it was just supposed to be like business, maybe fucking, but it just is what it is. That's life. That's life. Things happen. Um Her Mars does sit on Offset's South Node, with him having a 10-degree Cancer South Node and her having a 15-degree Cancer Mars. That's a pretty close conjunction. They have a very volatile relationship. They have a very volatile relationship. And to be honest, with Cardi B having her moon in Aries, I mean, there you go. Because once again, the moon deals with the household. The moon deals with the household, and with her having her moon in Aries, that speaks to how her household could be. Like, granted, this could speak to like her upbringing and even how her mother was, and depending on how evolved she is, she can break through this Mars in Cancer and this moon in Aries. But the reality of the situation is Cardi B is just not there. She's just repeating these generational curses. And then it's like she has her moon square Mars. I'm telling you, shit be popping off in her fucking house. Shit be popping off with her and Offset in that house. And I wouldn't even be surprised. Remember when she said she was abusive? Because I'm intuitively hearing that. You know how mothers are about their son and sisters. And I don't know why I'm intuitively hearing this energy of like, don't put your hands on my fucking son. Stop putting your hands on my fucking brother. It's just a toxic mess. They all toxic. They all toxic. Cardi B toxic. And so is Offset. And it's just very unfortunate because they have very small children and possibly a newborn baby involved. And Cardi B, I just think that if she keeps on this cycle, God is going to remove her from it, but it's not going to be in the way that it can be if you begin that process on your own. And it just is what it is. The universe whispers before it shouts, and it's not even whispering, it's talking just the way you hear my voice. And the shout is going to be where you don't have no chance but to let him go, and it's going to be very painful, and it's going to be something else of value that's going to have to get let go. I'm just telling you what I've lived and what I know as a life coach and as an intuitive and a social worker. Like, it just is what it is. But that's her life. That's her life. That's her process. Um she is just gonna have to learn. She's just gonna have to learn. She doesn't take any accountability, and I don't know what they wanted her to take accountability for. um but yeah, I don't know, girl. You have a daughter. I don't know what the sex of your third child is going to be, but think about her. Set an example for her. Y'all have a good day. If you want to book a session with me, information for that is pinned in the comments as well as the description box. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope y'all have a great week. Make sure you stay cool. Bye.